I don't count calories. I don't do intermittent fasting, but I do want to look and feel as strong and lean as possible. So, this is exactly what I eat in a day. Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tracy. I'm 50 years old and I'm a lover of all things fitness, wellness, and beauty and health. And obviously, food and nutrition is a huge part of that. So, recently I did a video about 10 foods that I avoid. And so many of you were asking me, well, tell me, what do you eat in a day? So, I thought a good follow up is what I actually do eat in a day. But we're going to do this just a little bit different because life is life. And I want to actually start with the evening and then go forward from there. So today we're going to dive into exactly what I eat, what I shop for in the grocery store, my tips to making it super, super easy, and also some of my protein hacks so that you can meet your protein goals, build that muscle, feel strong, feel lean at any age and any stage. So let's go. So now it is what I like to call magic hour. It's me time. My daughter is now being put to sleep by my husband. We alternate nights. Dinner is done, dishes are done, kitchen is clean, and I can just like chill out a little bit. And for me, having a really good day, it really depends on the night before. It's all about preparation at this age and stage. And for me, when I have a really good and restful night's sleep, I'm a completely different person, right? If I don't sleep well, my workouts suffer, my moods suffer, my energy levels dip, and most importantly, my patience is pretty much non existent. And as a mom, there's nothing worse than that. It's pretty much like the kiss of death. Lately, one of my favorite nighttime rituals has been using Dream from Beam. It is this delicious, chocolatey, delicious drink that really kind of signals my body to relax. All I do is so, so easy. I take a scoop of it, add hot water. I like to add like a little splash of almond milk. You don't need to. And then I whisk it up and it gives my body this signal to completely relax and wind down. And Dream uses ingredients like magnesium, L-theanine, reishi, and epigenin to help your body relax naturally. And they also have a melatonin and melatonin-free version, so you can choose what you like. And right now is the perfect time to try it because Beam is doing their biggest sale of the year, up to 50% off for a limited time. That means you can get Dream for as low as $32.50 with a subscription, which honestly is the lowest price I've ever seen. No code needed, just use my link below. Plus, when you subscribe, you'll save 50% on your first month and 20% every month after. You get a free frother, free shipping, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Using Beam, I fall asleep faster. I don't wake up a million times in the middle of the night, and I wake up feeling refreshed, not groggy. And I even notice a big difference in my energy and focus the next morning. So if you've been struggling with sleep or you just want to really wake up feeling rested and more recovered, you definitely want to check out Dream from Beam. I'll leave it linked down below in the description. And of course, I will pin it as the top comment for you. Breakfast time. And I am starving. When I tell you I'm starving, I'm like starving, starving. So I always try to start off with a high protein breakfast. So real talk, because we keep it real. Sometimes my breakfast is literally a protein bar. Like sometimes when I'm on the way to Pilates or I'm just like running around, or maybe I want to take a long walk or do a workout or something like that. Sometimes what my breakfast is literally a protein bar, a high quality protein bar. I am very, very picky. Right now, my favorite is the Aloha bar. I believe it has like 14 grams of protein. So it's a good start, especially if it's not like a meal, but kind of like bridges the gap and it's light enough. Or True bars, those have more sugar than I would like, to be honest. I wish they had a little less sugar, and then they have about 9 grams. But the Aloha bars are amazing, great ingredients, and that kind of fills the bill. But I need food and I'm really hungry. So we're gonna make some eggs. Okay, so 3 eggs. They're, I think, extra large. These were 7 grams of protein each. So this is like such an easy way to get 30 grams of protein. So 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1 slice of Gruyere cheese. That's another 7 grams. So that's 28 grams of protein. So, close to about 30 grams. We love that. Then I have a, I don't know, half cup or so of blueberries. I just like having fruit. Sometimes I would do this with either a tortilla, put it in a tortilla, or make like a toast or something with it. But I didn't feel like doing that today. So this is what we're having. Um, on occasion, I might do a little hot sauce on it just to make it, even more spicy. In fact, I feel like I'm going to do that. And then the Malden sea salt flakes are just a delight, just to make it all taste really yummy. By the way, this is so good. It's spicy, but it's not like super duper spicy, but it's also made with avocado oil. And most of these are made with, you guessed it, seed oils. And again, we try to avoid them. So I love this. I put this on pretty much everything. Put it on chicken, put it on your eggs, put it on if you're eating rice. Like, it's just so good. I just got groceries and I'm in my car and I wanted to do this in my kitchen, but I can't because there's people working in my house right now. So I wanted to just kind of talk to you a little bit about my process. And I think that this will help. In my opinion, now, as someone who really doesn't worry about her weight, and, sometimes we need to do a little tweak. So, what I like to call it, and I say it this way with women in my weight loss course, is I say, sometimes we need to turn up the volume, and sometimes, like, we're good. And right now, I feel like I'm good. But a few months ago, I was turning up the volume because I just felt like, some of my habits were not great. I was sort of just like, too many pizza nights, too much alcohol, too much, just being too loosey goosey. And so it was time to sort of like tighten things up. My shirt's falling off. So I intentionally have sort of tightened things up. So what I am doing when I go to the grocery store, obviously staying on the outside rim of the grocery store, key. That's where all the, unprocessed whole foods are, your fruits and vegetables, your flowers. This has nothing to do with nutrition, but like buy yourself flowers every week. It's a $5 to $10, little present for yourself, makes a world of difference, literally a world of difference. I keep flowers always in my office and in my home. So I just make sure that I have both. Total game changer. They're blowing leaves here, so I can't get away from people. All right, so that's one thing. Staying in that outer rim, so key. Then, making sure that I have an abundance of fruit and vegetables, not just for me, but also for my kiddo, right? And making sure that she's used to seeing, even if she doesn't eat it, I don't care, putting some on the plate, right? Making sure that I am getting the probiotic foods, like making sure I always have kimchi, that I'm purchasing that. And that's all for me, at least in my Whole Foods, it's in that fruit and vegetable section. Proteins, I do eat meat. So making sure that I have, chicken, fish, some ground beef, things that are really easy on hand for me to just quickly and easily make a good, quick, healthy, wholesome meal. And also, pro tip, freezing it. So if you're going to cook it once, I often, if I'm turning on the oven, I'll try to make like two meals so that I have something else in the freezer, especially if it comes to like a ground beef or ground turkey or something like that, right? I'm trying to think of what else. Then, of course, look, I have a little kid, so I have to get snacks. But now I'm so happy that now you can find a lot of snacks that are made with either olive oil or avocado oil. And because, all snacks are going to be a little bit more processed, I prefer to not have, all of the yucky seed oils in there, especially when they're processed. It just causes inflammation. And, obviously little kids are more resilient, but I don't want her eating that stuff. And I don't really like that stuff in the house, right? So it just making sure that when I'm doing my weekly grocery trip, I just kind of make sure that I've got like the real food down. And then we'll get into more of, what I'm actually doing specifically. Pantry goods, I always make sure that I have, like tuna. I like the little glass ones. Those are definitely a lot more expensive. But if not, then I'll get the tins, like it's fine. Having some beans. There are amazing companies right now that do like lentils, chickpeas, again, with avocado or olive oil. So that's, again, less seed oils. And that's just like an easy thing. Like tonight, I don't know why I'm so excited. I'm pretending it's fall, even though it's still 80 degrees out. I mean, it is fall, but Miami fall is like, I mean, is it different than summer? It's just a little less humid. So I tonight I'm gonna be making like a salmon with lentils. And I didn't make those lentils, girl. They are a package of lentils. So I'm very excited about that. I always make sure that, I can add greens. And sometimes when I'm super lazy, I will just do like a kimchi, like if I don't feel like creating any kind of like a side vegetable thing, maybe I'm making chicken and rice or something, and then I'll just throw like a ton of kimchi on the plate so that I'm getting those probiotic foods, but also getting some fiber and getting some vegetables in. So that's my little grocery pro tip. Try to just get healthy whole foods. Stay away from as much packaged goods as you can. But again, if you've got kids, like we buy waffles for her for breakfast. It's an easy breakfast. I just try to get best quality choices that I can from everything, from my fresh food, from my packaged foods, all the things, and it makes a massive difference. So I've been working for a few hours, hence I look gorgeous, right? And I'm actually feeling a little peckish. I feel like I need a little snack. So my sort of snack philosophy is high protein. Anything that I want to eat, I try to make sure that it has protein in it so that I'm fueling my muscles, so that I'm not going to be hungry 2 seconds later. So let's go into the pantry and get one of my favorite snacks. Forgive the holding of the camera, but we're just keeping this real. So, a meat stick. I love these because this is going to give me 10 extra grams of protein. It's a perfect little snack, little pick me up, especially this time of day. I don't know why I love it. I have either the chomps, this is the one that I like, and I really like this flavor, particularly it's a smoky beef stick, which is funny because in reality, I don't really like barbecue and I don't like barbecue flavor, but for some reason, I really like these because it's a little bit spicy. But if I want to just like keep it plain, keep it simple, I will do this one, which is a rosemary turkey one. This is from the brand Archer. This one has, I think, only 9 grams. Yeah, just 9 grams of protein. It's more plain, very simple. I actually discovered this in my Hungry Root box a while ago. So, but for today, we're gonna go for a chomp, and we're gonna chomp it out. The sheer level of starvation that I have right now is pretty much unmatched. I could eat my own arm. I'm not going to eat an arm, but I am going to have lunch. So let's do this. Let's get some lunch going. So this is going to get dark and weird and possibly bouncy, but that's how we do around here. So today's lunch is going to be super duper easy because I had ordered some sweet greens a few days ago, not many days ago, Sunday. Today is Tuesday. So 2 days ago, I ordered a sweet green salad. And which one did I order? Oh, barbecued chicken, but I modified it. So I'm going to show you what it is. Okay, lunch is done. Not proud of the fact that I just had to kind of inhale my lunch, but that was just sort of my schedule today. At least she was sitting down. You know what I mean? Like I'm not walking. I'm trying to just be mindful when I'm eating. And I wanted to show you how much I ate. Again, I do not like, I just really try to listen to my body. What does my body feel like it needs? And especially at lunch for me, sometimes it'll be just like a smoothie, something like so that I can like just grab and go. Today was unusual, but again, I had that salad and I was like, if I don't need it today, I'm probably gonna have to toss it out. So it was really good though. It was very fresh. So I want to show you exactly how much I ate. So I ate 2 bowls and there's still this much left. Hot tip if you go to Sweetgreens or really anywhere where you're getting food to go, just get the dressing on the side because you actually get more of it. So it looks like I ate less than half, but I would definitely say I ate half of it. And I feel more than satisfied. And the other thing when it's lunchtime is I try to make sure like I am fueling my body, but also not like tiring myself out, having like a really big, heavy meal. Like I would never have like a, I don't know, like a steak and potatoes, for lunch. It's usually like lighter foods, easier to digest, so that I can kind of keep going, like soup, or a lot of times it'll be leftovers. Like I had a chicken breast. Like if I didn't have that salad, I probably would have had the chicken breast today with like some greens and some kimchi. And I have some really nice organic baby cucumbers. A lot of times my lunch is a smoothie because it just is easy, grab and go. I can make it and it doesn't slow me down. And I'd love to say that wasn't the reality of my life, but that kind of is the reality of my life right now is that I'm just so busy that, I want to be healthy, but keep things moving. So that's my lunch. Now we got to go get little princessa. Obviously, I like to eat really healthy, keep things clean and whole foods, but you know what? There's always a place for a little chocolate. And also, my 6-year-old daughter, I knew she would flip out if she knew that we were going to have a little treat together. So I got these little individually wrapped, which is key, portion control, skinny dip peanut butter cups. I love them because, they're not high in calories, they're especially not high in sugar. So even for her, it makes me feel happy. And because it is individually wrapped, I have one. I'm not having a box of them, and they are so delicious. And the smile on her face just makes it all worthwhile. Plus, life is for living, and dark chocolate, a little bit of peanut butter cup, that for me fits into my health and my wellness plan. My husband is trying to wrangle my daughter to take a bath. So, yeah, this could be crazy, but I'm making some salmon. So let me just show you the salmon. Here she is. She is naked right now. This is just wild salmon that I get at Whole Foods, and I just put it on a sheet pan with a little avocado oil, and we're gonna broil her. This is literally the easiest way ever to make salmon. It takes probably about 15 minutes. So this is like one of my like major hacks for making dinner when you don't feel like cooking, which for me is pretty much most nights. Like I just find that because I don't really have time to like luxuriously cook dinner, I'm doing it really quick, really easy. So this is like for me the best way to do it. So I'm gonna season her up. A little salt, a little garlic, a little onion, I don't know what else, but I'm going to look in my spice cabinet and then we're going to broil her for about 15, 18 minutes. And then she's going to be fantastic and beautiful. And then I'll show you everything else. Okay, so tonight we are going to have these lentils. It's from the brand Mina, and they're Moroccan lentils we love. My kid is not going to love, but I'm going to love these. And I just love that, 6 extra grams of protein, flavor, delicious. And then I have some pre-cooked rice here. So I don't know if I'm going to eat rice. I might have some, I might not, but I'm definitely going to have the lentils. And then I have those little baby cucumbers. Let's grab them. Yeah, and we have to use these today because this is probably their last leg. So we're gonna cut up these little crunchy cukes, probably just like easy peasy with a little bit of sea salt. My husband isn't a huge cucumber fan, so I'll probably just make spears and Lucci. Maybe we'll eat some, maybe not, we'll see. But you know, that's a good dinner and easy, like easy, easy. That's what we like. The other thing that I would like to point out, these lentils, their ingredients are water, green lentils, tomato, onion, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, garlic, paprika, parsley, I can't read that, cumin, cilantro, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, coriander seeds. That's it. So you can pronounce every single thing. There's no weird seed oils, there's no like preservatives, there's no junk in it. So that's a huge win.